Hormone, regulatory substance produced to stimulate specific cells or tissues into action. Pituitary gland controls the function of other endocrine glands. Endocrine gland, gland that secretes hormones into the bloodstream. Glucagon, produced to maintain glucose levels in the bloodstream when fasting and to raise very low glucose levels. Insulin, hormone responsible for allowing glucose into the blood to enter cells, providing them the energy to function. GTT, glucose tolerance test, used to test for type 2 diabetes and gestational diabetes. GH, growth hormone, hormone made in the pituitary gland that stimulates the release of another hormone called somatomedin by the liver, causing growth. HbA1c, form of hemoglobin bound to glucose. Islets of Langerhans, cluster of cells within the pancreas responsible for production and release of hormones that regulate glucose levels. Diabetes mellitus, disorder where glucose levels are too high because the body doesn't produce enough insulin. Postprandial, occurring after a meal. Exocrine gland, gland that secretes substances onto an epithelial surface by way of a duct. Sebaceous gland, small gland in the skin which secretes a lubricating oily matter, sebum, into the hair follicles to lubricate the skin and hair. Sudoriferous gland, small tubular structure situated within and under the skin. Dermis and epidermis. The epidermis is the outermost layer of the skin and provides a waterproof barrier and creates our skin tone. The dermis contains tough connective tissue, hair follicles, and sweat glands. Melanocyte, mature melanin-forming cell. Melanin, a dark pigment occurring in the hair, skin, and iris of the eye. KOH, skin test to see if an infection is caused by a fungus. Autonomic nervous system, control system that acts largely unconsciously and regulates body functions. Somatic nervous system, part of the peripheral nervous system associated with the voluntary control of body movement. Encephalitis, inflammation of the brain. Meningitis, inflammation of the protective membranes covering the brain and spinal cord. Epilepsy, neurological disorder marked by sudden recurring seizures. Neuralgia, sharp, shocking pain that follows the path of a nerve and is due to irritation or damage to the nerve. Myalgia, pain in a muscle or group of muscles. Striated muscle, tissue that features repeating functional units called sarcomeres. CK, test measuring the amount of creatine kinase. LDH, enzyme found in almost all body tissues. Atrophy, decrease in size or wasting away of tissue.